Welcome to the Geek 101 podcast, episode 241, Mascot Madness. It's me, Mario. I'm Ariel Rada.
And I'm Andy Bowman.
And today we're going to talk about mascots and assign some clever superlatives to them instead of just ranking them or talking about them. This is, of course, inspired by the newly released Sonic the Hedgehog movie. But before that, we have news. Andy, why don't you tell us what that news starts off with?
All right, so on the Twitter with the tweets, people are responding very strongly to the images we've gotten of Robert Pattinson as the Batman. Oh boy. Yeah, Ariel, what do you think?
Matt Reeves dropped a short video, right? Basically a screen test of Robert Pattinson in the cowl. You don't really get to see his eyes. You don't really get to see anything. It's not color corrected. It's in like a, light room, shade red. But of course, the subset of DC comic movie fans have very strong opinions in regards to Robert Pattinson as Batman. People just can't get over the concept of this guy being Batman because I think they don't believe he is as traditionally masculine as he needs to be.
That's right, guys. Remember how Batman is the most masculine of all the men?
Oh, yeah. He's the smartest and the strongest and the richest and the most handsome.
Right. I have been thoroughly enjoying going through Twitter and reading all the reactions to this. People are upset that he's not as swole as Batfleck. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't necessarily think Ben Affleck's crazy huge muscle costume was a credit to him or to that costume.
It made him look so goofy when he was moving. In motion, he looked weird.
Yeah, and of course, Snyder did that to reflect the Dark Knight Returns costume from, I don't know, the 80s or whatever it is that Frank Miller decided to rewrite the tone of Batman. I am still in the camp of we just need to see. We need to wait and we need to watch and see Robert Pattinson be Batman. There's nothing a screen test can tell us. I don't think he looks necessarily bad in the costume. I think the cowl, like his brow, Andy, I think it looks a little like it's a little too, it protrudes a little too much. But the chin is there and he's tall and thin and is a proper build for a young Batman.
A young white Batman.
You said it, not me. Any other thoughts about the costume?
There still is some controversy about the symbol on the chest. Some people believe that they're guns and have extrapolated that these are the guns that killed his parents. That he has them on his chest.
I am in that camp. Even if they never address it in the movie, I think it's what it is. I think they look too much like guns to not be. Like, why make them look like that if it's not the gun that killed his parents?
I mean, if you look at it from the front, and I am in the camp that this is just a place where he holds his batarang. If you look at it from the front, they're not guns. Like they're half of a gun, if that. Like barely.
The thing is that the theory is that he took the handle of the gun and he split it in half and melded it to fit a bat symbol.
Yeah, that's I really just think it's going to open up and be like one last batarang or something.
I don't know, dude. I think that idea is, not to disparage your idea, I think that's dumber than the guns.
We'll see. We'll see. Ariel, you know what? We should make a wager.
Okay, we will. Let's figure out what the wage, like the term, should be. But I'm betting that those are the guns. I'm betting that that's the gun that killed his parents. I'm not saying that that's smart. I'm not saying that I like it. I'm just thinking that that is exactly what it is. And also, there is precedence for it because somebody found a panel of a Jim Lee comic where I don't know who wrote it. Otherwise, I would credit them. He melts down the gun that was used to kill his parents into a piece of metal, and he places it underneath his bat symbol. Like, that's in the comic book, and so people are expressing that sentiment that it does in fact have context and you know, precedence to do that in the movie.
Yeah, I get that. I am of the decision that it is not that. It is not guns. And you know what, Ariel? We should let the fans decide the terms of this bet.
Sure. I think that definitely works here.
Hashtag BatBet.
Hashtag BatBet. Yes. Hashtag. And we should. You know what? We should like reach out to other places and see what they think.
Yeah, dude. If we can get Mad About Movies to get in on this bet.
I wonder who was on my side and who was on yours. I've come out recently and I really wanted, and I know they tried this with Affleck. I am in the camp of like, he should just have like a gray, regular old looking like costume instead of like the tactical armor thing. I tweeted this as like, I want movie magic that says that he looks like he's wearing like just a regular old gray cloth costume. Tell me it's like some special super military grade material, blah, 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 blah. Like, make that movie magic and not, I can shoot a bullet into a wall and take a fingerprint from that bullet. Like, that's dumb movie magic. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on going back to the armor from like The Dark Knight instead of a more simpler look that with Batfleck?
I mean, until I actually see it, I really don't think that we get any good enough shot to judge even what they're trying to go for with this.
I think you can definitely tell it's not
simple.
It's not simple. It could be. Sorry, I keep popping up videos like looking at the suit. It could be similar to his Arkham Asylum suit, which to me it's just fine. It's a little too busy.
It's a little too over-designed.
Yeah. I think it could be simpler than his Arkham suit. Like, his Arkham suit's way too over-designed. Like, the layered armor and the whatever. Like, he's too bulgy and muscular in the Arkham Asylum games. But overall, I think, to me, the simpler the Batman costume design, the better. Because, they did this in the Daredevil series, where it's just like, yeah, we need to have black plates where it's armor. And I was like, well, why can't we just, in the whatchamacallit, with Kingpin, he just has, it looks like a regular old suit. He's not wearing tactical body armor when he goes out. Like, why can't we just do that? Anything else about this Batman suit before we move on?
Well, there's clearly no voice changer, so we might have to get him doing the Batman voice.
Oh my god! Did we hear him
Ariel.
speak as Batman?
No.
Okay.
Ariel, I got an idea. Someone should go pay Kevin Conroy
to just dub it.
Right, to just dub all of Christian Bale's in Batman.
That'd be awesome. That'd be so awesome. And then dub over Bane's voice with just normal Tom Hardy and not like, you could not understand anything anybody was saying in that movie. That movie ages really, really poorly. The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah. Man. They at least make really good fun of the Bane voice in the Harley Quinn animated show. Bane is an ancillary character.
Nice. But let's move on to the Netflix side of things here, Andy. I hear, and there's been rumors that Lucifer, the show Lucifer, might be uncanceled by Netflix.
Yeah. This is interesting because Netflix is going forward with the Sandman TV show, so it makes sense. They have the rights to Lucifer now. They know how popular Lucifer is, and also Lucifer's cameo on the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths was pretty well received.
Yeah, I've heard that.
This is fascinating.
I watched that little bit with him in Constantine. I personally have no interest in that Lucifer show, but a lot of people do. And if it gets views, and if it didn't perhaps end in a satisfactory way, I don't see why not. Why not bring it back?
Right. I mean, Lucifer's cameo is great, but Ezra Miller's cameo is still the best of that crossover.
I mean, I watched that cameo with Ezra Miller. I'm not a big...
Yeah, it was great. Ezra Miller's great, man.
No.
You know what? Ezra Miller's Flash costume fits Robert Pattinson's costume. Right?
That Ezra Miller costume is so bad.
It's like the Power Ranger armor.
No, it looks like... How dare you? The Power Ranger armor isn't that bad.
From the Power Rangers movie?
Yeah, I thought they were fine. I don't think they were good. I thought they were fine. Have you ever gotten an RC car when you were a kid, Andy?
Oh yeah,
like a cheap RC car that you drive around with the red shiny, and the black like gears and the black springs. Like that's what that Flash costume reminds me of.
Ariel, I was never fortunate enough to get a Tyco RC. No, it was always the the Dollar General ones.
That's what it looks like, though. It looks like the Dollar General one. Yeah. I mean, like, I don't want to disparage the DCEU. I think the Jason Momoa Aquaman suit when he comes out of the waterfall in that movie,
dude,
that's just amazing, awesome. Right?
I'm very hopeful for the future of the DCEU. I don't think it'll be very EU, but that's fine.
Yeah, it seems that they are taking a more careful and patient pathway instead of just Superman, Batman, Superman, Justice League,
God. Yeah. Let's keep hoping because I want this all to be good. I want everything that I experience to be good. And that's why I hope that Netflix does go forward with renewing Lucifer, or maybe they're just making Tom Welling's from Smallville. Tom Ellis, I think, is the actor from Lucifer. Maybe they're making him sign contracts for Sandman. That could really just be it. That could be the source of these rumors.
Yeah, for sure. Another piece of Netflix news dropped today. They released a very short teaser of a Stranger Things 4, not season 4, Stranger Things 4 video.
Stranger Things for what? Stranger Things for tots? Stranger Things for
moving
Jesus?
On. I just watched Letterkenny. A couple episodes. There are certainly some Stranger Things for Jesus in those first couple episodes. They do answer the question right away in this Stranger Things video. And spoiler alert if you haven't seen Stranger Things season 3, but
the most minor of spoiler alerts.
Yeah, Hopper is in fact alive and in Russia, so we get to see how this season is going to shake out. And they're not doing the dumb thing where it's like we're gonna tease that he might come back, but he might not. When very clearly he's coming back. So there's that. Your thoughts, Andy?
This is clearly the prequel to Black Widow, and I'm okay with this.
So he does seem. Here's my only. I don't really care. Everybody knew, and I'm glad they decided to address it before, right?
Well, I think David Harbour accidentally ruined it.
Sure.
In the interview,
he looks like he's lost weight for the role, which makes sense, right? He's like starving in a Russian prison.
Right. And, he was Hellboy, so he's not getting paid well from that.
But he doesn't look like it looks like he filmed Black Widow before he lost the weight, which you think he would have gotten in better shape for that movie.
We don't really know his character's through line.
Sure.
For Black Widow.
Yeah, he could end up. Yeah, he could. They could have filmed part of it in, pre-workout, part of it post-workout. Yeah. All right. Is there anything else in regards to the Hopper news that we want to touch on before we get to our main topic?
No. I think Ariel. I think we're good. I think we know Stranger Things is going to get watched by us. We're going to cover Stranger Things 4. We're going to cover Stranger Things 5. We're going to cover Stranger Things Babies. We know this, Ariel.
Stranger Things Babies.
Yeah, the animated offshoot with 11 as a baby.
Yeah,
Getting
tiny
into
things,
lots of
Stranger
wacky
Tiny
mischief. Yeah.
So
have the Demigorgon as their little mascot friend.
Yeah,
as they solve mysteries.
And then if they do that, we can add the Demigorgon to Mascot Madness. We are going to now talk about our main topic, where we're going to take a look at some of the video game and TV show and movie mascots.
Right. And we have come up with a fully comprehensive list of every single mascot.
Right. So if we don't mention a mascot, it's because
they're not a real mascot.
Yeah. We are the authority on mascots. Mascot one. This is the new show, Mascot 101. We did not find that any sports mascots were popular enough to mention in this particular episode.
Wait, Ariel, we're doing an episode on mascots? I thought this was Ascots.
Oh, Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, all that talk I did about Fred.
So we have Fred's Ascot, and then we have the Joker's Ascot and Batman.
Yeah. See, so many Ascots.
If you have an Ascot, please tweet at us, Ascot 101 podcast.
Wasn't there an Ascot in Stranger Thing at some point?
Perhaps with the mayor, maybe played by Carrie Ellis.
Yeah, with the mayor or Steve, actually.
Sure. Yeah. All right, but let's actually talk about the topic we're going to talk about here. Famous mascots for several movies and franchises. Blah blah blah. We didn't want to quite just list off video game characters. We wanted those characters to be like mascots that are more representative of companies. So I think we cut, for example, we cut out Link and we cut out Samus, despite them being prominent Nintendo characters. They just aren't as representative of their franchises or of their company as a couple of the other characters that we're going to mention. Andy, should we introduce the mascots, or should we just go through the questions and then introduce the ones that we think belong there?
Yeah. Let's just go through the mascot list, just so people know who we're grading.
Okay. We have Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, the character that inspired this conversation with this movie. You have Mario, Donkey Kong, Pikachu, and those round out the Nintendo mascots there. You have Mickey Mouse, of course. The mouse is all-seeing, all-knowing, all-encompassing. Master Chief, who, if he was not part of the premier Xbox franchise and kind of represented that Microsoft gaming, Xbox gaming for so long, maybe he doesn't make this list. Mega Man is, of course, a Capcom representative. Hello Kitty is one of the most recognizable mascots out there, despite not being in any video game or notable movie. Lara Croft. Go ahead.
You clearly never played Hello Kitty Adventures for the GameCube.
All right, let's move on. Lara Croft is a character that transcends just her game. Angry Bird, that red, normal, Angry Bird.
The angriest of birds.
The angriest of all the birds. Crash Bandicoot is somebody I think a little bit on the bubble, but we figured we'd mention anyway. And the last one, an oldie but a goodie, is Bugs Bunny. Despite his lack of popularity in recent times, I think most people in the world can recognize Bugs Bunny.
Right, as the guy who spins the Warner Brothers logo before the Batman animated series.
Yes, as Michael Jordan's teammate in Space Jam.
We got to watch that movie, Ariel.
Okay. But I have an interesting question in regards to mascots before we move on here, Andy. Star Wars is the biggest movie franchise in history. So this begs the question, is there a mascot for Star Wars? And if so, who is it?
Yes, it's the lightsaber.
Okay, so not necessarily a mascot is what you are implying here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think Darth Vader's like the closest thing, because one thing about mascots is they have to have an iconic look. That you have to be able to tell who they are just pretty much from the silhouette.
Agreed.
And Darth Vader and Yoda are like the only two, that are, I mean, Chewbacca as well, but at the same time, I think Darth Vader's got it. I think Darth Vader is, even a lot more people know who Darth Vader is than who know who Yoda is.
Sure. I would definitely agree with that. I think Baby Yoda has surged in popularity, but he's too new.
Oh yeah, way too new.
Yeah, I think BB-8...
And he doesn't have... Baby Yoda doesn't have a cereal yet. I'm just
sure,
saying.
Yeah.
There's no cereal at the Kroger with Baby Yoda on it.
BB-8 is another very popular character, mascot, whatever. I don't quite know if it's on that level historically. I think the only, like you said, Chewbacca, whatever. The only character I think that can rival Darth Vader would be R2. Now, R2 is incredibly representative of Star Wars. But I think if we were going by who is the most recognizable character and we have to, like, everybody has to know their name, it's definitely Darth Vader.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are going to go with Darth Vader.
Sure. We'll go with Darth Vader. I think since Nintendo has like multiple representatives, I would put R2 second. I don't think Baby Yoda or BB-8 kind of have that.
Whoa, Ariel. I've got a special guest here. Hiya, Ariel. It's a me.
Oh my God! All right, okay.
Misa Jar Jar Binks.
Let's move on.
He's a racist character.
Oh man, Jar Jar Binks is so bad. It's funny because that's what he wanted that character to be. Like he wanted him to sell the toys. It's so bad, dude. Oh my gosh, they figured it out with BB-8.
I'm sorry, I can't stop. Why? Oh my God. Okay. I'm done. I promise.
All right. Let's go through some burning questions here, some superlatives we have for Mascot Madness. Who is a mascot you would find most likely to win a bar fight? And of course, this means that characters in a bar, not just they would win the fight. I think we'd have to disqualify someone like Darth Vader, who would not be caught dead in a bar, but might win any fight.
Right, but also he can't drink.
Yes.
His mask. Sorry,
yeah.
Darth Vader is sober after the thing with the younglings.
Yeah. All right. Who do you think is most likely to win a bar fight? I've got an answer here. I don't know. I want to know what yours is.
Okay. Here's my answer. I think out of all these characters, most likely to win a bar fight, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, that's a good answer. I could definitely see him in a bar. He's got the speed, Andy. He does have the speed.
You're too slow.
Yeah. I think Donkey Kong has a solid case.
Yeah.
I think he's definitely drinking in a bar.
Washing away his sorrows after all of his bananas have been stolen.
Banana margarita or something. My answer for this is Bugs Bunny. He would definitely be in a bar, and he is undefeated. Like at no point is his victory ever in doubt when you see him.
True. I mean, he is kind of like the Roadrunner in that way. Just, he's going to win. He's also a dirty trickster.
That's what it is. Like, like it's a bar fight. It's not like we're not playing Super Smash here.
I mean, with Sonic, all you have to do is offer him a chili dog that's actually a stick of dynamite covered in chili.
Or what you do when he's running towards you, you just paint the hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Right? And then you walk through it, and then he tries to, and he smashes into the wall. Right. I think Bugs Bunny is the most, like, dirty, rotten fighter in this whole list.
Right. Well, also, like, think about it. With Master Chief, right? Master Chief takes his gun, sticks it in the rabbit hole, and what does Bugs Bunny do? He turns it back, and so it hits Master Chief in the butt.
Yeah, yeah. But then Master Chief also would not be caught dead in a bar.
Yeah, he wouldn't be drinking because Spartan 117 can't take his helmet off.
No, absolutely not. All right, the next superlative here, most likely to go ahead.
Ariel, what does Bugs Bunny drink?
He drinks Bloody Marys with a carrot in it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Donkey Kong is just chugging down beers. Donkey Kong and Mario are just chugging beers.
What do you think he's throwing in those barrels? Those were beer barrels in Donkey Kong.
Whiskey barrels. Whiskey bombs. It's Donkey Kong and it's Mila Kunis in those commercials for Jack Daniels. Most likely to turn evil. So we're excluding, again, Darth Vader from this list. Most likely to turn evil. Andy, who would you say? Not like, oh, we put you in a magical spell and give you a shadow version. Yeah,
Okay, because I was gonna say Mega Man since he's a robot and robots are inherently evil.
Sure, yes.
I
personally, all hail. I love robots. Robots are great.
Yeah. Our robot overlords are wonderful. Okay, I think that out of this list, the character most likely to turn evil, the one who has so much done against them constantly, has so much reason to be angry. I think it's Lara Croft. All right,
Yeah.
She has been objectified constantly. Then when her new games came out, they're basically like torture porn, or she does nothing but get beaten up the entire time. No, she's had enough. She's the one who's going to snap.
Yeah, that's a good one. You get Kevin Spacey comes along, puts her through a whole 7 ordeal, maybe.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah. I think.
What about you, Ariel?
I think a sleeper here. You look at Pikachu, where Pikachu's like, you know what, Ash? I'm sick of your. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being your slave. I'm sick of torturing other animals.
Pika, mother.
I think Lara Croft's a good answer for that. I think Hello Kitty might be a little sociopathic. You never know, man.
Well, also remember, they announced that Hello Kitty is a human wearing that mask.
Oh no, it's 100% Hello Kitty then. Maybe not even turn evil. Maybe. Oh no, you know what? We'll get to Hello Kitty in a little bit then. Yeah, we'll get to her. I have a option for that character in a future superlative here. Next question: most likely to have a gritty reboot.
Oh, this one's obvious. Ariel, this one's obvious. Who do you choose?
Crash Bandicoot?
See,
I just don't think we know enough about him.
Yeah, you know what? I can see that. I think, and this is we also have to take out the characters who've already had their gritty reboots, right?
Yes, agreed. Yeah,
we have to take out Sonic the Hedgehog. We've got to take out Mega Man. Mickey already had a kind of gritty reboot with Epic Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the one that gets the gritty reboot, I think that's Donkey Kong.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think you can very clearly make a, more mature intended video game for Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I mean, you just turn it into a brawler, right? He's upset. This girl he really liked rejected him after he
ran
took
off
her
with
to
a
this
plumber.
romantic place. Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think Crash Bandicoot. I think it's possible only because he doesn't have the history that everybody else does.
Whoa.
But Donkey Kong's a good one. Yeah, yeah. All right. Here is my answer. Here's my question that I am associating with Hello Kitty. Who is most likely to have a checkered past that we do not know about? And with your recent revelation that Hello Kitty is a person in a kitty mask, it's 100% Hello Kitty.
My vote is going to be for Mario. All right. There's no way you go from being a plumber to basically being the defense of an entire country. Right? Like there's some Liam Neeson Taken stuff there.
Yeah, he's like a retired soldier of fortune.
Yeah. There's just no way. I mean, and he has a drug problem. This is like canon. Those mushrooms help him in some way. He had some kind of secret government experiments on him.
Yeah, I mean, isn't a wet man in like a movie? Isn't a wet man the assassin, like the killer?
Yeah, wet work.
Yeah, the wet works. Yeah, he's a plumber. Wet works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Water.
You know what? Here's my theory. Mario used to be Henry Cavill's character from Mission Impossible Fallout. That's why he couldn't shave the mustache. The CIA's #1 plumber, Andy. We've connected the dots. All right.
Oh my God.
Moving.
That is beautiful.
Moving on. Most fake, as in somebody who we think is either all bubbly or super serious, and then you find their magical Facebook or like secret Facebook, Reddit, or Finstagram, and you realize that they are actually a really fake persona.
Oh, I 100% know this one. Ariel, what do you think?
All
right. While you're thinking, I'm going to give you my argument.
Okay.
There is one character up here that is nonstop happy and full of goodness, but represents a company that goes monopolistic and just generally makes almost soulless decisions, and that is Mickey Mouse.
I think you nailed it, Andy. I think we can't even have the option for somebody else here.
Yeah.
I think you nailed it.
Mickey, I mean, to be fair, South Park did call this like 10 years ago in one of the episodes, but still, that is Mickey Mouse represents Disney, and Disney is one of the largest corporations on the planet, and it's just focused on growing larger and larger.
Yeah, definitely. This turned dark really fast. All right, next category, most likely to be forgotten. I've got a very clear answer for this.
Okay, I do too.
It's Crash Bandicoot.
Sorry, Crash.
We barely remembered to put him on this list.
Yeah, you crashed and burned a long time ago.
Who do you think is a mascot that should be on this list, but we've forgotten him so much that we just took them off or left them off?
Pac-Man.
Yeah, I think Pac-Man's the answer. I don't think he's gotten enough pull. But at one point, right, he was the video game character.
Yeah. Pac-Man. Then you had Mrs. Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
You had Pixels. Like Pac-Man was pretty much the like on every poster of the Adam Sandler movie, Pixels.
Yeah, he never evolved, and thus we forgot him. I think that's big.
Waka waka.
Who's the most beloved of all of these mascots, Andy?
All of these mascots, I think that's obviously Bugs Bunny.
I think it's Pikachu.
You think it's Pikachu? Ooh.
I think people love Bugs Bunny. I think people find Bugs Bunny hilarious. I think Pikachu is just enough of a non-character that you can find no fault with him.
With her.
Excuse me.
You know what? I think you're right. I've got to give it to you, Ariel. That it's that or Hello Kitty.
Yes, Yeah, we are skewed towards Western audiences here, but Hello Kitty might be. But I think if you took a poll out east, right, in Asian countries, Hello Kitty and Pikachu would be pretty close. But the Western audience would swing Pikachu higher, probably.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, it depends. What about Lisa Frank?
Lisa Frank. Well, that's I would imagine not big out east in the international.
Right, but if you were to poll specifically women from the 90s who grew up in the 90s and who love unicorns, it's Lisa Frank.
Is the demographic of people who love Hello Kitty and people who love Lisa Frank, is that a circle? Is that Venn diagram a circle?
No.
Okay.
Hello Kitty has more appeal. Right? Lisa Frank, there's some horse people there, there's some other people, but Hello Kitty has been in Hot Topic.
Yeah. Here's an interesting question, Andy. Is Star Fox the boy version of the Hello Kitty crew?
Ooh. Oh man.
Of course, we are looking at just traditional gender roles here, but yeah, it's an interesting question there. Related to the most beloved, who is the most popular mascot?
Mickey Mouse.
I think you're right. I really thought about Mario. I really thought about Pikachu, but there's a Disney World in every continent.
Yep. And I think if you think about it, Mickey Mouse has one of the most recognizable silhouettes. You know what those three circles mean.
Yeah, I think the most recognizable silhouette of all the characters on this list, I think it's Mickey. I think it's Pikachu. No, it's Mickey and then it's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. And they also have the advantage of being the oldest on this list.
Yes, yeah. Mario's probably close, but Mickey Mouse does have that edge, I believe.
Right. Here's another thing to put into Mario's checkered past. He used to be called Jumpman.
Yeah. Why did you change your name? Plumber. Mm-hmm. Mustache plumber. Who is the most extreme mascot?
Right. And we're talking about 90s extreme, Ariel. We're talking about a totally radical dude.
I think I've got one not on this list.
Okay, go for it.
Duke Nukem.
Oh, dude, you know what? Duke Nukem is, you know what? It's this is like the moment in wrestling. All of a sudden Duke Nukem comes out of nowhere.
It just shows up. Duke Nukem off the top. Off the top ropes.
I'm here to chew bubble gum and win a superlative, and I'm all out of gum.
Okay.
Duke Nukem is a terrible character.
Who is most likely to lend you $5?
Yeah, Ariel. Which of these characters would lend you $5?
Lara Croft?
See, do you think going up to a woman and just asking for money is a good idea? Now, if we go with the reboot Lara Croft, yeah, she'll go across entire islands to save her friends, even though they die horrible. She'll lend you $5, and she's rich.
Is the reboot one rich still?
Oh yeah, very.
Okay. See, that's what I was thinking. Like, who is the person who will not miss $5?
See, my feeling here is, out of all these characters, it would be Mega Man.
He has no need for monetary.
Right. He has no need for money.
Mm-hmm.
He's made of metal.
Mm-hmm.
He understands money. He's able to have human thought processes. So Pikachu's just out, right?
Yeah,
Pikachu would just steal $5 from Ash.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's out. No way is he giving you $5.
Right. No, but Mega Man, right? He'd be like, beep, beep, I'm a robot. I don't understand why you need money, but I'll give it to you because I want to pretend to be human.
Yeah. And he has this overwhelming desire to be good that nobody else on this list really has.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And, maybe Mario, because Mario spends his entire day just jumping and grabbing coins.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't miss it. All right.
But he is a blue-collar worker, so.
Who is the least likely to lend you $5? Is it Darth Vader?
Huh. No. It's Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny would rather mess around with you and just kind of in general you. No. Bugs Bunny would be the least likely to actually lend you $5.
Okay.
He is not a good friend.
No, I can't imagine. His best friend is Daffy Duck, and they hate each other.
Yeah. Exactly. They're always trying to get the other one killed. Duck season, Wabbit season, duck season. What?
Fire!
Oh my god.
Who is most likely to have a rap or spoken word album?
Oh, I've got the answer to this one. Ariel. Okay. Give me 1 second. You go ahead and I'm putting my thoughts together here.
I think mine would be Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
He's a guy who's got a loud mouth and loves to talk.
Okay. Well, all I'll say is, so they're finally here, performing for you. If you know the words, you can join in too. Put your hands together if you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap.
Oh my god.
DK. Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well. He's finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, but this isn't most likely to have a rap album about them.
See, Ariel, you do logic by thinking these things through, even though this was my idea.
I think if we put Diddy Kong or Funky Kong, right? Who does rap this? Mm-hmm. Surely, but I think like Donkey Kong is not. I've never heard him speak, and Sonic doesn't shut up.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Also, let's really look here. Wait, dude, Pikachu would try, but it would just be Pika Pika, Pikachu, Chew Chew, Pika. Yeah. I definitely can't see Lara Croft.
No.
Doing this.
Here's the question. There are a few characters who could have a rap or spoken word album here. Who would have the most successful rap album?
Oh.
Is it Pikachu?
Dude, it's Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's just immediate, like, first of all, that's meme culture right there. Like, that's iTunes' #1 song for a while. And then it comes back later. And then eventually Pikachu has problems, gets addicted to substances, then becomes Raichu and has to do a comeback album.
Yeah. Here's one that we didn't write down, Andy. Who was most likely to win a Hunger Games or Battle Royale-esque situation? I think it ends with, I think the Chief and Vader are too cunning for even Bugs Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mega Man makes it pretty deep. I think Sonic makes it pretty deep. You just can't catch him. But I think he gets done in by Darth Vader. The question is, I think, of course, Lara Croft would last fairly long. The question, I think, it of course comes down to Vader and Master Chief. And who do you think wins in that scenario?
I think it's Vader. I think the Force powers just give him the edge.
See, I do too. I don't think Vader would key in on having to take out Master Chief early. And I think the inverse is true of I think Master Chief will identify Vader, and it's like, I've got to kill him.
Yeah.
First.
Oh, you know what? I this is what gives Master Chief the benefit here. Okay, Master Chief is not just Master Chief; he's Master Chief and Cortana.
Cortana, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, think about it. We rely on Cortana every day. I'm always like, Cortana, go look up my Google playlist. Cortana, remember my schedule. Like, I rely on Cortana quite a bit, but right there it is. Darth Vader is only a human.
Yeah, but like, I think to me, like, Cortana is the one who Chief is the one who identifies who needs to be taken out first. He probably, if we're playing this out in my head, he probably manufactures a way to get Mega Man to take on Vader. Like, that's not an easy down for Vader, Mega Man.
No. Especially if he has the Metal Man's wood saws from Mega Man 2.
Yeah. I think you get Pikachu to help with Vader. Something,
Right. And that's another thing, right? Pikachu's electric. Well, Darth Vader is mostly machine, and that means I know for a fact machine-type Pokemon or Steel-type Pokemon are... actually, I don't know. But...
No, well, I mean, we do know that Vader does get affected by the lightning because it happens at the end of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. And Pikachu is... Now, wait, are we dealing with Ash's Pikachu here or just a Pikachu?
I think Ash's Pikachu is the one we have to choose.
Right, then Ash's Pikachu is the most OP Pokemon in the world. Like,
and Vader is like the slow, methodical, very strong against certain things. But like, if that lightning's coming, he's getting hit by the lightning.
Right, and Sonic is fast, but he's not lightning fast.
No, but I think Master Chief is the one. He's the most battle tested. I think Lara Croft. I think if everybody's teaming up against Darth Vader, who's very clearly like. It's like, oh, that guy's evil. Let's do that. Like, let's take him out first. I think Chief and Lara Croft probably end up as the last two characters. Just because they're just the most battle tested. They're the craftiest.
Yeah.
Maybe we should... This is an interesting conversation. Andy, what is this last question that you've gotten here for us?
Okay, which of these characters is most likely... to sell you cheap concentrated orange juice? And for people who do not know, the answer to this is already decided because Donald Duck has an orange juice brand, and it is the cheapest concentrated orange juice you can get. This is almost technically orange drink, I think. Yeah. By all means, people go out and see if your local Kroger or Harris Teeter or Piggly Wiggly or Ralph's. Yes, Ralph's is a grocery chain. Has
ShopRite.
Yes, it has Donald Duck frozen orange juice. It's got to be frozen. It makes great screwdrivers.
All right, let's tie this in here. Which of these characters has the best snack made after them?
Ooh, made after them?
Yeah, somehow, some branded thing. Is it...
I've got my answer. You gotta pick.
Is it the Pikachu lemon ice pop that you get from the ice cream truck?
Right, with the two gumballs for the
eye. Yeah, the cheeks. Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's my answer.
See, I'm thinking there's one country in this world that knows snacks better than America. And that's Japan.
Yeah.
And one thing Japan loves, while they do love Pikachu, I think Sanrio is a lot more blasé about the rights. I think it's Hello Kitty.
Yes, I think by sheer volume of Hello Kitty branded snacks.
Yeah, we already have tons of them.
Yeah, it's gotta go to her.
I probably got some Hello Kitty Chex Mix in my cabinet.
Nobody does branding like the Japanese. I'm looking here. Hello Kitty Cheetos, Hello Kitty Strawberry Marshmallow, Hello Kitty Pocky. I think that wins right there.
Yeah. No, I mean, and the thing is, the Hello Kitty brands, they can be sweet, they can be savory, all these different things. With the Pikachu, though, I feel like Nintendo would just end up throwing some stuff on, just some cheap mints.
Yeah.
Right, or whatever. Yeah, it's Hello Kitty, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. What a good question to end on here, Andy. Before we get out of here, have you seen the Sonic movie?
I have not yet. I have heard very good things about it. And by very good, I mean, this is exactly what I expected, so I'm not disappointed.
I mean, good is a relative term. Do you have any more mascot thoughts, Andy, before we finish up?
Mascot thoughts? No.
All right.
No. I try not to think about mascots too often, Ariel.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's what the corporate overlords want.
That is true. That is what the corporate overlords want us to think about mascots and the products that they represent.
Yep.
Okay, Andy. Next week we are doing Lock and Key.
Lock and Key.
I have already watched all of it.
Oh, great.
And written a review on it. So for those of you,
perfect.
Andy, I want to curb your expectation here.
Ariel, I already know this is going to be the greatest show I've ever seen.
You might be, for those of you listening, you might think this is similar to Haunting of Hill House.
Exactly. It's going to be Hill House on steroids. It's going to be great.
The more apt comparison for Lock and Key would be the cast of Riverdale in a semi-supernatural, not even horror house.
That really is not unappealing to me at all as somebody who watches Riverdale.
So it is 60% teen drama. 30% teen family drama. 10% actual interesting things about the keys in the house.
Okay. Well, I will also have a little bit of extra time, and I will try to read through some of the actual comics, the source material.
Yeah, I've read a couple. The tone is very, very, very different from the comic to this show. The comic is dark and bloody and brutal. And this is not. And that is just an observation, not so much as a judgment on it, right?
Right.
So it is what it is.
Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And I think the week after Ariel, we're going to be doing the double whammy of father and son with Lock and Key, and then some Stephen King. With The Outsiders.
Yeah, I like that.
Right?
I like that idea. All right. Okay, let's get out of here. But before that, Andy, do you have homework?
Yes. Homework. Go buy some Hello Kitty branded snacks. Hello Kitty is the winner here. No, in all actuality, I saw a wonderful little movie that is super, super weird, and it's called The Death of Dick Long. It is basically Fargo in Alabama. If you've seen the movie Fargo and you think to yourself, oh, I really want to see really dumb rednecks do things, The Death of Dick Long. It was quite a ride.
Okay. My homework this week is a movie I finally watched. I watched it because I was inspired after the Parasite win over at the Oscars. I watched Infernal Affairs, starring Andy Lau and Tony Leung, which, if you don't know, is the film that The Departed is based off of. It's a
The Departed.
The Departed is an American remake of Infernal Affairs, and I prefer Infernal Affairs.
I've never seen either one, but does The Departed have a scene where Wahlberg says, "Don't you get it? They're not the Departed. We're the Departed."
No, but it does have a scene where this is not a joke, where the camera, like, so it's about, like, it's basically the plot, the general plot of both films is that the local, like, gang, by local I mean either the Triad or like the Boston Mob. So I'm not talking about like the Jets and the Sharks. The local affiliate of whatever mob or mafia gang, whatever, has a mole, as a rat, in the police department. And the police department has an undercover cop in the gang's inner workings. And in The Departed, there is a very clear, like, lingering shot, like, on a rat. And it's just like, all right, Scorsese, let's get out of here, man. The subtlety is not the strong suit of the American version of this story. But yeah, check that out, and check out. I recently wrote a piece for the Mad About Movies blog on subtitled foreign language films. That'll be up soon. I've also wrote a lock and key review for Off Color, which is a site I've been writing for, in an attempts to boost my brand and support and boost this show.
Yes, that's right. And we're going to be doing a massive marketing push soon, Ariel.
Okay, all right. Andy, let's get out of here though. Where can people find you online?
You can find me online on Twitter at Hebrews Paleo.
All right, you can find me at Dread Pirate Rada. You can find us at Geek 101 Podcast on Twitter and Facebook and Patreon. Email us geek101pod@gmail.com. That's why for today. Class dismissed.